I have a friend named Pip. He is an incredibly hard-working pig. Every single day, he plunges into heavy highway traffic, running the 9-to-5 rat race, dragging himself back home late at night. He is completely exhausted. Pip spends all his time, all his energy, and his youth on his job. But here is the thing. The harder he works, the more he feels trapped chasing dollar bills. Meanwhile, he sees other guys who barely seem to struggle at all, yet money just flows into their accounts. Watching this, I bet you have asked yourself too. Are people broke just because they are lazy? Because they lack talent? Or because they are bad with money? And by people, I mean you and me. After looking into it, I realized a harsh truth. The moment we enter the real world, we are thrown into a brutal race. And this race never has a fair starting line.
So the question is, why is the system rigged this way? If the game is already skewed, what should regular folks do? How do we survive without getting crushed? In this video, we are going to talk straight about it. Just a quick heads up, this video is compiled from various sources, along with my personal take. If you disagree, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start with the big picture. Life itself. It is like a marathon. I used to think everyone starts at the same line and just runs from there. Sounds fair, right? But it is not. Some folks start with top-tier Nike shoes. Their track is smooth and paved. They have coaches handing them water and trust funds to carry them through. On the flip side, others are running barefoot on gravel. Some are starting with huge setbacks, like running on one leg. No one is backing them up. No safety net at all. On top of that, they carry a mountain of bills on their backs. Rent, groceries, and student loans. Everyone is running forward, but the starting conditions are worlds apart. Look at how it works in America. If you grow up in a wealthy family, you have hidden advantages from day one. Things you do not even notice. You live in safe suburbs, attend top schools, and meet successful people. You hear about business early on, discussions about stocks and real estate, right at the dinner table. As you grow up, your path to the top is clearly mapped out. But what if you are like Pip, growing up in a struggling household, under the stress of overdue bills, where everyone just focuses on getting by? It is hard to think long term. It is not because you or I lack brains. It is because our environment limits us. There is a common saying, you are the average of the 5 people around you. Environment does not define your whole destiny, but it shapes how you think, how you make choices, and how you live. Imagine 2 equally smart kids, one raised in Beverly Hills, the other in a tough, underfunded neighborhood. Their life outcomes will be worlds apart. This is why so many young folks feel lost. They work their tails off in Amazon warehouses or corporate cubicles, driving Ubers late into the night, trading their time and their health, trading their sanity just for a paycheck. But no matter how hard they grind, they still feel stuck in place.
Meanwhile, the top 1%, they let their wealth generate more wealth. One side earns through hard labor. The other earns through leverage and assets. These 2 worlds exist side by side, creating a massive gap. Everyone feels it, but few can call it out. And here is the ultimate paradox. Society is producing more wealth than ever. Better tech, advanced healthcare, and sky-high productivity. Total wealth is at an all-time high. But that money does not trickle down fairly. It is like an upside-down funnel, Wealth just gets sucked to the top. The elites at the peak hold on to it fast, while the rest fight over the crumbs. America does not lack resources. The world does not lack cash. The game is just deeply rigged.
So why do the rich keep getting richer, while everyday workers keep running in circles? The answer comes down to one simple rule. Money from assets grows faster than money from labor. If you own rental properties, stocks, index funds, or business equity, that wealth builds itself even while you sleep. But if you are like Pip, with only labor to sell, your income depends strictly on your hours, your job title, and the raises your boss gives you. A great worker might get a 5% raise, but real estate prices shoot up by 15%. This means you are moving forward, but the cost of assets is sprinting ahead of you. You are not standing still. The finish line is just moving further away. That is why the American dream of owning a home is slipping out of reach for so many.
Then we have inflation, the silent monster eating our cash every day. Many think keeping money in a savings account is safe. Leaving it in the bank feels secure. But if interest rates cannot beat rising prices, your money is losing value every single minute. Today, a Starbucks latte costs $6. In a few years, it could be $8 or $9. If your paycheck does not match the cost of living, you are effectively getting poorer every month. That is exactly what most people feel today. Still working, still getting paid, but life just feels tighter and tighter. Meanwhile, those holding real assets, like property, gold, or tech stocks, actually benefit when prices surge. After a wave of inflation, those without assets get wiped out, while the wealthy watch their portfolios expand.
Looking closer at society, the system heavily rewards those with a head start. Having a little leverage makes it easier to get more. Compare two people starting out. One has family money and deep connections, mentors to guide them, and a safety net. If they fail on their first venture, they can easily pivot and try again. They can fail 10 times and be fine. But for someone starting from zero, like Pip, no capital, no network, no backup, just one emergency can ruin everything. One medical bill or losing a job for a few months will wipe out their entire life savings. The rich have the luxury to make mistakes, and that is a massive unfair advantage. This leads to a cruel irony. Because they lack upfront cash, poor people end up paying more for everything. Take a simple example. A guy cannot afford a solid pair of boots, so he buys a cheap $20 pair instead. Those cheap boots wear out fast, so he has to buy another pair, over and over again. The total money he spends is way more than buying top quality boots once. Being broke forces you to choose the cheap short-term option, but that short-term fix costs you a fortune later. Or look at buying a new laptop for work. Let's say it costs $500. If you have cash, you buy it up front, and you might even get a discount. But if you are strapped for cash, like Pip, you are forced to use buy now, pay later plans. At first, the monthly payment looks small, just a few bucks a month. But when you add interest and financing fees, the total price skyrockets. The broke guy pays a premium for the exact same item. Being broke is not just about a low balance. It means everything you do costs you more. But the heaviest toll is not financial. It is psychological. When you live in scarcity for too long, your brain loses the bandwidth to think ahead. Every morning you wake up, you worry about making rent, how to pay the electric bill. What if the kids get sick? What if the car breaks down tomorrow?
Your entire mental energy is sucked into survival mode.
you can only see the immediate fire. You have zero energy left to learn a new skill, study coding, read books, or build a 5-year plan. It is not because we do not know it matters. It is because our mental battery is dead. It is like a laptop running too many background apps. The RAM fills up and the system freezes. Poverty occupies your entire mind, making long-term decisions a luxury. Society loves to say people are broke because they are lazy, because they are dumb or make bad choices.
But that is a massive oversimplification. Truth is, many broke people work longer hours than the rich. They pull double shifts, gig work, and side hustles. But that hustle only keeps their heads above water. It never gives them the breathing room to pivot. This is a terrifying, vicious cycle. The less money you have, the more hours you must sell. And the more hours you sell, the less time you have to build your way out. Right middle of that struggle, a new factor arrives to make the game even harder: technology and artificial intelligence. In the past, tech mostly replaced blue-collar jobs. Now, AI is hitting white-collar offices, writing content, coding, and analyzing data, handling customer service and basic graphic design. Hell, AI can even clone my voice and steal my exact profession. This means even the middle class, who once felt safe, are now feeling the pressure. Corporations use tech to boost efficiency, cut costs, and downsize their staff. This does not mean AI is pure evil. It opens new doors for those who leverage it. But on a macro level, those with capital, data, and tech in hand will profit way faster than regular labor. The wealth gap could widen into a canyon, not just in America, but all over the globe. Rent, healthcare, and childcare keep skyrocketing.
The corporate ladder is getting steeper every day. It is not completely closed, but it is brutally tough. Sounds a bit depressing, right? So the real question is, what chance do regular folks like you, me, or Pip have? The door is still open. It is not easy, but a path exists. First, we must see the game for what it is. If you think failure is just about not working hard enough, you will end up blaming yourself and burning out. Once you realize the system is already rigged, you stop being naive and you start playing defense.
Step 1. Build a financial shield. It does not need to be fancy. It just needs to be down to earth. Stop flexing for the gram. Stop taking on credit card debt for clout. Do not buy things you do not need to impress others. Do not let lifestyle creep trap your future self. Many people are broke not because of a low income, but they blow their cash on dumb things. If the rich win with heavy capital, then the ultimate asset for everyday people is the ability to stop bleeding money.
Step 2. Invest in what no one can steal. That is your actual skill set. In a fast-changing job market, skills that drive real value are worth gold. Good communication, writing, and sales. Data analysis, mastering new tools, and solving problems with high execution. These won't make you rich overnight, but they stack your value over time. Most importantly, they give you options. Having options means having freedom. Let's talk about AI for a second. Sure, AI can write and analyze basic tasks, but it acts like a junior doing repetitive chores. The human master is the one driving the strategy. Knowing how to use AI to cut down grunt work, instead of just copy-pasting soulless content. The core thinking must still come from you. Step 3. Build a quality network. Connect with high-value, high-integrity people. To do that, you must become someone like that. No successful, high-quality professional wants to hang out with a slacker. Real networks are built on mutual value and respect. Show them that partnering with you
is a win. You do not need thousands of superficial contacts. Just a few people who truly trust you, who will open doors you did not even know existed. Many big breaks for Pip, or for you, do not come from just grinding a bit harder. They come from meeting the right person at the right time, after a long time building your personal brand. People with established, solid careers, they do not judge you by fancy words. They watch your execution and your attention to detail. See if you are resilient, honest, and worth their time.
If you deliver results and stay coachable, they will actively pull you into new opportunities. Those breaks cannot be bought with cash, but they can completely shift your life trajectory. I am not selling you a fake dream here. Life is not fair enough to reward every effort, but it is not brutal enough to leave you helpless. The key is not letting your mindset go broke. Learn the hard rules to play smarter. Know your blind spots to double down on defense. Regular folks will not get a massive inheritance overnight, but you and Pip can build your own safety nets, an emergency fund, and high-income skills, a solid network, and a grounded lifestyle, combined with a sharp mind against consumer traps. Put it together, you get a strong suit of armor, protecting you from getting crushed by the system. In short, it is not just about your work ethic. The world rewards leverage and assets over raw labor. It forces those without capital to walk the long road. Knowing this is not about playing the victim. It is about stopping the self-blame.
This is just how the game is designed. When you are dealt this hand of cards, the best move is to play it flawlessly. We might not start this marathon with top-tier shoes, but we can train our feet to be stronger, keep a sharper mind, and run a smarter race. We won't beat those born at the finish line, but we definitely will not be left behind. Thanks for watching until the very end. I am Pip. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.